October 11th, 2021. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, Periscope, no, Twitter, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. And check out our app, The Sportscast for iOS, and also The Sportscast One on Twitter. You can definitely see us there where we live tweet and we also stream our broadcast as well. So looking forward to what's coming up next. Last night, the Bills rolled over the Kansas City Chiefs last night, 38-20, maybe claiming maybe the best team in the AFC, but a man that might think it's more than that. Chandler, Christa from Rochester, welcome back to the Sportscast.
How's it going, man?
Chandler, doing fantastic. Another action-packed weekend in sports.
Yes.
I watched some soccer yesterday and some NFL. I was at a Browns bar to witness them being beat by the Chargers.
You were? How was that?
It was pretty good. I was surprised how many Cleveland fans are down here, more than I thought.
There's a Browns bar about 20 minutes from my house too, and I've been there before. They're insane.
Yeah, they're pretty insane. It is definitely a huge following. I think they're one of the original teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Yeah.
So, but anyways, let's talk about last night's game. The Bills defeating the Kansas City Chiefs last night, 30-20. The Bills are doing fantastic. Now we know Kansas City is not going to be up to par this season. What were your thoughts last night?
Honestly, I was so excited for that game because I'm from Rochester, about an hour from Buffalo. So, like, up here, we're all Bills fans. Everyone likes the Bills. It's like, it just, you have to. And, like, I'm a huge Cowboys fan, but I root for the Bills. Like, I like to see them do well. And honestly, they just came out and they were in total control from the beginning of the game. Josh Allen had an amazing game. A guy that's been doing really well this year and people need to watch is Dawson Knox for the Bills. His first 20 games, he only had 5 touchdowns. He's had a touchdown in every single game so far this year.
Knox, that's his name.
Yeah.
The Bills. Okay. I'll definitely look him up. I have not heard about this individual, but
he's their tight end. And he is really good. And honestly, Patrick Mahomes, he's not looking all that this year. He's had a lot. He's thrown a good amount of interceptions this year. I think 6 in 5 games. And he only threw 6 interceptions last year in the whole year. So but I mean, like everyone says, it's Kansas City. They're off to a slow start. I'm sure they're going to bounce back though.
And join us on a Canadian Thanksgiving Day, a man that took his time to kind of join us, Jeff Jishnak. Welcome to everybody. The Sportscast.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, cool. Yes, they're doing so we're at a Canadian Thanksgiving event, and they started the sound check right before I was about to go live. So I am on location. I can't stay long, so let's talk about how great the Giants are and how they're going to win. First, and they're going to win the division.
Yeah, first, before we get into that, Canadian Thanksgiving, is it the same as America? Is it you turkey and all that, or is it more of go outside and have fun?
Yeah, what is it?
It's just like your Thanksgiving, except ours is in October, and I'm not having turkey today because I'm doing an event. But yes, everybody else is eating turkey yesterday and today. A lot of people spread it over the 3-day weekend. This is a holiday here in Canada, so a lot of people get the day off, and so they're spreading because of COVID. They're spreading their celebrations over the 3 days.
That's something that I've heard about. It's a weekend scenario. We have a 4-day weekend. You guys just have a 3-day. Okay. Let's go into last night's game. Of course, Chandler is also a Cowboys fan. They destroyed the Giants last night, yesterday. A fantastic win by the Cowboys. Another great showing by the whole team. Of course, the Giants got beat down. A couple of injuries. Not good. Jeff, give us your summary.
The first quarter was very sloppy. I think there's a lot they got to clean up there. I think if they were playing a better team like Arizona, I think they would have taken advantage of it. But I think they acknowledged that it was sloppy, and then they kind of righted the ship. as I predicted, and they did move forward, and everything looked good.
44.
Chandler, I think you have to agree the first part was sloppy. You have to agree with that, Chandler?
I do agree. I think that the Cowboys' offense is like on point, like one of the best, really good. But honestly, I think their defense is just it's better, but it's not up to where it should be.
Correct. And it's better than last year, and that's all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I said on the show at the beginning of the season, it has to be 50% better than last year. And we're 50%,
for sure, 100%. Yeah,
50% better. Tavon Diggs is killing it.
He's a beast.
I think teams are going to eventually just stop throwing his way, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Anthony Brown. Yes, he had the pick six. Yes, he's had 2 interceptions, but he's also given up. He's had a couple of times where he's in the wrong position, or he was expecting help. That in that first game against Antonio Brown, I think he was looking for some over-the-top help and never got it, which is why Antonio Brown got that big touchdown. But I think they're gelling as a team. Micah Parsons is just killing it. So I agree. The defense is the offense. Kellen Moore is they're just having their way with people, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Jeff, tell us about Ezekiel Elliott. Obviously, how has his performance improved this past couple? Yesterday.
His performance has never been bad. Everyone is looking at that first game when the Bucs have a really good run defense, and so they're like, oh, he didn't do this, but no one ever talks about the blocking. How many sacks did the Cowboys give up? None, because he was in that block. Everybody thinks that Zeke's got to run for 200 yards a game. When he was carrying the ball 40 times a few years ago, I kept saying, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. You need another running back. Now we have another running back to share the load. And people are like, oh, Zeke's dead. Zeke's got to go. Got to get Zeke all that money now. You're giving all the runs. So people, the haters are never happy. They just like to hate.
Amen.
Right? So it's just like, and I've said on the show before, you guys, some of the other guests, no offense, but they don't understand what a running back does. They're like, oh, he didn't run for 200 yards like Derrick Henry. Well, that's Derrick Henry's job. Then you don't understand the game plan. You don't understand what a running back is supposed to do. So, yes, they're splitting the load. They're doing about 40 carries a game, and they're splitting them between Pollard and Zeke. They're 2 different types of runners. On this show, you guys said what's his name in Minnesota was going to be the league's leading rusher. Well, he hasn't played 2 of the last 3 games. Delvin Cook.
Wow, issues. Ezekiel Elliott had a 100 and almost 110 yards. Tony Pollard had
he had almost 100.
95 yards.
He had over 200 yard rushing. Right?
CeeDee Lamb, 84 yards.
He's
Dalton Schultz, 79.
Yes.
Hey, Chandler, what are your thoughts over that?
Honestly, everyone talks about Zeke. They need to talk more about Tony Pollard. That guy is he's good. He's a good running back. He's doesn't get as much hype as Zeke, but he does he's more of a distance runs. He'll run for your 10, 15 yards, and Zeke gets the crucial first downs.
Yep. And they're going to need both of them when they make a big playoff run.
Yes, right? For sure.
Because it's, Pollard is that change of pace guy. So Zeke is going to pound, and the last, our last 4 of our last 5 games are in the division. We play Washington twice, New York, Philadelphia, and then
easy wins.
And then the 72 Dolphins are going to be very happy with us that second to last game of the season. Just saying. You guys can look ahead and see who they're actually playing, and you guys can get my reference at that point.
So the Cowboys' next 3 games are the Patriots, Minnesota Vikings, and then the Denver Broncos.
3 winnable games. 3 winnable games.
All 3 winnable games.
But don't forget, you said it wrong. We play the Patriots, then we have our bye week.
Yes.
Then we play Minnesota. Then we play Denver. So you can't forget how crucial that bye week is going to be.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Right? Yes, all winnable games. Then we play Kansas City. We'll see in a month. Kansas City is playing
November 21st.
Yeah.
And on Thanksgiving is the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, the Raiders are starting to implode. Yes, because they played 3 crappy teams, and all the Raiderites are like, "Oh, look at us! We're 3-0." And I'm like, "Yeah, now look at you, player. Now you've lost 2 straight and left to Chicago." Okay, yeah. So anyway, their train is done. So the
Honestly,
only hard game we got coming up is Kansas City and
which is a weak Kansas City. This is not the scary Kansas City we saw last year.
We don't know
No.
that yet. We don't. If they're playing them this week, yes, but we don't know. I heard as I was coming in, I heard you starting to talk about last night's game. Andy Reid will fix that ship. So let's see what Kansas City we have in 6 weeks. We can't say the Kansas City we saw last night is the Kansas City we're going to see in 6 weeks.
question for you, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
I'm from around like Rochester. Are you familiar with like New York?
Well, I'm in Toronto, so I'm across the lake from you.
He's close.
Okay, then. So what is your opinion on the Bills?
I am disappointed they lost that first game to the Steelers because they should be undefeated.
But would you agree they're a really good team?
Oh, yes. I had them.
Yes.
I had them in Kansas City back in the AFC Championship game.
Do you think they're the best team in the AFC? Right.
Yes.
Yes, hands down. Yes,
No one
and
close.
that has nothing to do with me being an hour away from Buffalo. I'm about an hour's drive from Buffalo.
Oh, wow, that's same. Yeah. Okay.
Where would you put the Chargers? Number 2?
Yes. Yeah. Probably.
Probably. I wasn't happy with yesterday's performance. Yes, I know they won.
Cleveland's a good team, though. Cleveland's a good team.
I know, but you need their defense. If they're going to compete with the Bills, their defense. They gave up 40-38. What was the final score? I kind of got lost track.
It was like
Yeah,
40,
it was a lot of points.
3 to 42 or something.
I kind of lost track of what happened in that game.
So yes, definitely looking on. The AFC, NFC is shaping up. Jeff, how much time do you have?
I got time.
Okay, so let's go into the recap of yesterday's game. The Falcons beat the Jets 27-20. Pretty close, but it was a good game after all.
Yes.
My son is a Jets fan, and he was kind of hoping the Atlanta Falcons would implode like they usually do. And yes, and again, I was busy at setting up this event yesterday, so I have to go back and watch tape on all the games. But he said they got out to a quick lead, but then the defense shut them down. So he was hoping for a comeback. Let's see. I think it's weird, and they have the youngest starting team. I believe someone can fact check me on that. I think they have the youngest starting team. So it's going to take them. This is their growing year. I think they'll be better in the next year to come.
The Patriots beat the Texans 25-22. Close game. I thought this was going to be a close game. No one thought, believed me, but it turned out to be Mac Jones. Another win for Mac. Chandler?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a huge game because, like, in my opinion, for the Patriots, like they have to take Dallas on next week in New England. And I think that's going to give New England a little bit of a confidence booster coming into that game against Dallas after a win. I mean, I think Dallas is still going to win because Dallas, I think, is going to overpower. But like that, I feel like New England got a little bit of a confidence booster yesterday. But like
that
the
can't
Texans,
be more significant than. Anyways,
Texans are no good though. The Texans are no good though, so they're just.
You know what? Good for Davis Mills to get in there and get a bunch of reps. Good for him. I hope he does well.
Now, is this game in New England going to be a big deal there, or do you think it will be a nice, good blowout for Detroit for the Cowboys?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal, I think.
What's the Cowboys' record in New England?
Yes to both. I don't care about the past.
Yeah, the past. Yes, agreed.
The past is the past. You can't say, because I think they're 0-6 against the Patriots in the Belichick era. I think someone fact checked me on that, but that was the old. That was with Tom.
That was the Tom Brady pair.
That's more the Brady era. Okay. Anyways,
I know Mac Jones, big fan of the show. So Mac, if you were smart, you would not throw towards Tavon Diggs because he's going to rip you apart. But whatever. I know he's a big fan of the show. I'm sure he watches every Tuesday, catches the highlights of your show. So I'm just saying.
Vikings.
Wait, what?
He the Lions.
Mac Jones watches this
19
show?
and 17.
Why would
he's just joking. He doesn't watch the show. Minnesota. And Detroit
They made
last
a-
night,
they made-
yesterday,
they made
the coach was crying. Dan Campbell.
Minnesota made a field goal. What's with that? Their kicker made a field goal.
Did you know there was 11 extra points missed yesterday?
Yeah, it was. Just talk about the Cincinnati Green Bay
That
game.
was all, but 10 of them were Mason Crosby. So
Yeah, exactly.
10 of them were Mason Crosby just kicking around like he was. I don't know.
So
I like
Dan
Mason
Campbell.
Crosby, fantasy, so.
Yeah, so Dan Campbell had an emotional press conference trying to get more wins for Detroit, trying to make it happen, but could not. Minnesota beat them, their fellow foe.
Hear me out, though, Santiago.
Yeah.
The Jaguars and Lions are both 0-5. I would say Detroit's a better 0-5 team, though. They've had a lot of close games. Like, the last 2 games, they've only lost by last-second field goals. Like, they've played good.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
I probably have to agree with that.
Okay.
And they're in a rebuild. I think they're in a rebuild. So
Yeah,
for
sure.
I think they're in a rebuild. I don't think Dan Campbell. He's not going to be one of these one and done guys.
No.
I think Urban Meyer is going to be a one and done guy.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, yeah, he's.
If he might even be a half a guy.
Eagles.
He's.
I don't know if he makes it to the end of the year, to be honest. But
Yeah, me neither.
Eagles. Jalen Hurts defeated the Carolina Panthers 21-18. Sam Darnold, another 2 losses in a row.
Yeah.
Eagles are hanging in there. NFC East guy, Jeff.
Carolina's not as good as their 3-0. As I said on this show, I think, or one of the other shows, I can't remember. Carolina's not as good as their 3-0 was. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, look, the 3-0, and they can't do this. Look at that." Now that is their.
It's just like Denver.
Denver. I was hoping for the Carolina to win, but
Me too.
whatever.
Philadelphia might be the second best team in the NFC East.
I don't know.
Or it could be Washington.
It could be Washington. I don't know.
Their defense, their number 5 defense.
Washington has a good defense. Washington's defense is like pretty. It was top notch.
It was. Aaron will tell you they're still a top 5 defense, but clear Aaron doesn't understand football.
James Winston and the Saints defeated Washington 33-22.
That was good.
Very good. We do play the Saints after that big run. We talked about the next 3 games plus the bye.
That's going to be a big game.
They do play the Saints, and as my son said to me this morning, he goes, "Which Jameis Winston is going to show up?" That's always the big question. Which Jameis Winston is going to show up? We just don't know, right?
It's the story of his life.
It is. It is the story of his career. Which Jameis Winston is going to show up? We just don't know, right?
Good.
And the thing, it's just it is what it is. Every other game, or every 2 other games. Tennessee Titans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 37-19.
Are you surprised about that? Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. Jacksonville's horrible.
They're terrible.
Urban Meyer had a bad week.
Yeah.
And with the Titans losing last week against was it the Colts they lost?
I think so.
I'll double check on that. But yeah, good win for the Titans. Derrick Henry is not a Ezekiel Elliott. He's a little bit more explosive than that, but
number 1 running back in the NFL.
Number 1 running back right now?
I think so.
I think it's Derrick Henry. He's not McCaffrey anymore. Titans lost against the Jets last week. Wow. They had to win this one. Miami, Tampa Bay, 45 to 17. Brady threw for 111 yards. 5 TDs. This game is another blowout by Tampa Bay. Miami still has issues, Jeff.
Sorry. I have to go. Yes, yeah, Miami has issues. I think if Tua was still in there, I think it would be a different Miami team, but without him, I think there's some challenges.
Right.
But I hate to cut this short, boys.
No problem, Jeff. Happy Thanksgiving, Canada.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
As you can see, there are people and things going on all around me. Here, I can rotate. Let me rotate the camera. I don't know if you can see the stage. We got
It's
a big
probably
stage.
chilly over there.
Can you see the stage?
I can see the stage. Wow, what a view.
Wow.
They finished. So there's the thing, and then behind me is water. So I'm right on.
There you go.
Right
Gotta
on
stay hydrated.
So that's the lake. I'm not drinking that. That's Lake Ontario. I don't think you want to drink that, but I do have my water. But yes, I need to run. Our event starts at 2:00. and I got some running around to do, but I did want to join the show. I did tell you I would. Chandler, it's good to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you too. Always
Cowboys Unite.
We play next. When do we play? We play.
I think is it a night game next week?
I think it is. I think it is.
It usually is. In New England.
Actually, let me spot check this.
No, I know somebody who's on the internet.
It's at 4:25.
Okay,
yeah,
then it's probably
the Halloween game because I have another web show that I do, and we play that one at night after.
Against the Vikings. Yeah,
that
should be a good one. In Minnesota.
They'll miss a field goal and we'll win. It's not going to come down to that.
Anyways, Cowboys are feeling well. Best in the NFC East. Jeff Jishnak. What's your Twitter handle? At Jeff Jishnak.
At Jeff Jishnak. Where's Victor? He didn't appreciate all the memes I was sending him. You probably don't know this, Chandler, but I was sending the memes because there was a bunch of them just beaking off all week about the Giants, and I just kept sending a little old meme. I let our team speak for itself. I don't beak off like some other people. So anyway, boys,
before you go, okay, you got to go. Have a good one.
No, what's up? I got 10 seconds.
Your thoughts on the Giants? Can they turn things around?
Let's see what happens with the injuries. Let's see how long. Daniel Jones is out. Let's see if they can fix some of their injuries.
Okay. Well, Jeff, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you, boys. Have a good week
today. I'll see you, man.
Bye.
All right. So we got Chandler Christa with us still. Let's keep reviewing the games. As you said, Packers losing against the Bengals 25-22. Crosby did not make that field goal. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Mason Crosby went into this game making 27 field goals in a row. And now he goes and missed. How many did he miss yesterday? Like 4?
I believe he did. I gotta check that out, but I don't have the.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. And Crosby is an experienced veteran, so
yeah. But like what my dad was telling me, and we were talking about, like if you miss 1 or a couple 2, your groove's off all day. I feel like you're just off.
No, he missed more than 4.
Oh boy,
5 field goals he missed yesterday. It could have been. It could have been a win.
Yeah, poor Cincinnati. Joe Burrow. I think they deserved it. And I mean, I really like Joe Burrow. I think Cincinnati has a good team. Yeah.
Though he could be injury prone guy.
I don't like Aaron Rodgers though.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Broncos lost against the Steelers 27-19. I think we now know Broncos that 3-0 was just a 3-0 thing.
They're not
back into reality.
Okay. Did you see they're not a good 3-0 team? They didn't play any good teams.
Easy teams.
Yeah.
What about Pittsburgh? I mean, had a not good start. Well,
they beat Buffalo the first game of the year, though.
2 other games after that.
I mean, I don't know. They beat Buffalo the first game of the year. That's pretty good, I think, right?
They were lucky, I thought. But
yeah, definitely. But
that was kind of a weird game. So Broncos, are they the worst, or the Raiders are the worst team in the AFC West?
Ooh.
I think
it's the Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Broncos. Sorry, Ryan thinks it's the Raiders, but I think it's the Broncos.
Well, of course, Ryan. Do you know he was at that game?
He was. That was a good video he took. I can't believe he went.
Yeah.
He's what? Pittsburgh is what, like 3 hours away from you guys?
No, like 5.
5 hours.
Long,
yeah, it's not a bad trip. It's pretty close. All right, Bears beat the Raiders 20-9. Derek Carr got a little bit injured, but he came back into the game. Fields threw first career touchdown pass. Chicago's defense was really good. Hey, great for Fields.
Yeah, I mean, good for Justin Fields. Like, he deserves it. Like, he threw his first touchdown. Like, it was a good win. Yeah.
Good win. Congratulations, Bears. Obviously going back and forth with Dalton and Fields. And then there is a Nick Foles. I don't know what's going to happen there, but we'll find out in the next few weeks.
I mean, Nick Foles, he won a Super Bowl. Like, he deserves to play.
I don't understand. I don't know. The Browns lost against the Chargers 47-42. It was an exciting game. It was back and forth. Chandler, I thought the Browns were going to win, but Justin Herbert came through.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, that dude he's so good. He knows his stuff. He's young. He just knows how to go out there and win a game, which is really huge in the NFL.
One of my friends says he's the next Brady.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, but I think Josh Allen's the next Brady.
Who's better, Josh Allen or Justin Herbert?
Oh, just Josh Allen, 100%.
New York Giants lose against Dallas. We talked about that already. San Francisco loses to Arizona 17-10. Cardinals usually score 34 points, but this time
Honestly, yeah,
much closer.
I don't think Arizona. Hear me out here. I think Arizona played. I don't think they played good yesterday.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because and I know they're a 5-0 team, but I don't think they're all that good. I think there's teams that have a worse record that are better than them. You know.
Arizona has a lot to prove. They did beat the Rams. Everyone thought the Rams were a better team, but it looks like the Chargers are, it's up to debate. I think that the Cardinals are still the best team right now, but that's just my opinion. Murray completed 22 of 31 passes for 239 yards. Hopkins caught 6 passes for 87 yards, including a 30-yard catch that set up his big touchdown reception, but said the major credit goes to the defense with a lot of 4 down stops. Chandler, any closing words on this game?
I mean, we'll see you in Dallas, Kyle Murray.
You guys gonna play?
Yeah, they played the second to last game of the year.
But then, things will be decided then, and they're probably winding down.
That game's not gonna matter.
I don't think it's going to matter as much. If it was played in this month or next month, yes. But towards the end
of December. So the question is, I think Dallas, hear me out. I think Dallas has a shot for the NFC Championship.
I think they do. Can they come through though?
That's the thing. They've never been very good in the playoffs.
I would say, yeah, because they usually lose against the Green Bay. It's typically Green Bay Packers, but this time it's always Green Bay Packers. Well,
and then they got the Buccaneers to worry about. They got the Cardinals to worry about,
and perhaps the Saints.
Yeah, I don't think the Saints are all that. Didn't they lose? They lost to the Giants.
True. All right, tonight Monday Night Football, Colts at the Ravens.
That's a good game.
Who you got?
Good. Ooh, I got to go with my man Lamar Jackson, right?
All right, Baltimore. Give us a score line.
28-21.
2021. It should be good Monday Night Football. I mean,
it's going to be good, I think. I'm excited.
The Colts are competitive, I think.
Oh, yeah. Freaking Carson Wentz, he knows what's up.
I think he's still competitive, but I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to take it with no running back, and I think the Ravens are definitely the top 3 or 4 best teams in the AFC.
I would see. What do you think about the Chiefs though? Right now, they're 2-3. What do you think? What do you think's up with them?
Well, they beat an easy Philadelphia last week. The Bills are a tough team, so it could have gone either or. But I think they need some tweaking on the defense.
Their defense is no good. Their defense gets ran all over.
That's the thing. That's the weakness. And then Mahomes hasn't been playing the best either.
No, he hasn't. No.
Okay. AFC East, Bills first, Patriots, then Dolphins, then Jets. We know the Bills are going to win that division again. Patriots, Do you think they're going to be the best number 2?
I mean, I feel like the number 2 team is not going to be it's not a good team, I feel like it's just number 2 because it's
just
it's not the best
division.
It's just like the NFC East. Yeah. I think.
AFC West, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs. Chiefs are dead last.
Honestly, I think they'll finish second, though.
At the moment, yeah. Chargers will finish first. I think they're the real deal. Ravens for the North, AFC North, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. I think the Ravens got this. Maybe not.
I don't know. Cincinnati, I don't know.
It might be a 3-way race, though.
I mean, it's so hard, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only week 5. AFC South, Titans, Colts, Texans, and Jaguars. Titans are first, then Colts and Texans and Jaguars. I think it's the Titans.
You think so?
I think so. Let's go to
Santiago.
What's up?
If the playoffs ended, if the season ended today, it would be the Chargers, the Bills, the Ravens, the Titans, the Bengals, and the Raiders. And for the NFC, it would be that Cardinals, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Green Bay, Rams, Chicago, and Carolina. So we would know. Yeah,
it would be a good playoffs.
I think the season should end. Yeah, it should end today, and then these should be the teams.
That'd be interesting. Okay, NFC East, Cowboys, Washington, Eagles, and Giants. I think Cowboys have become the clear favorite. second best team. It could be Washington or the Eagles. We don't know. We talked about this before already.
See, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's tough. Like, I think the Cowboys are definitely going to win the division.
Right.
I think they definitely are the favorites. Like, I think they are. But I don't know.
Sometimes I think the Cowboys can screw this up.
Oh, I mean, knowing them, probably. But, like...
they could potentially, but they're looking good, though.
Just like last
Zeke
year.
looked good last night.
Just like last year when Washington ended up going to the playoffs. The Washington won the division last year.
But that was like a weaker Dallas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
With Dak getting injured and all that.
Diggs for the Cowboys. Could he be Defensive Player of the Year, you think?
I hope so.
I mean, he's obviously he's proving himself.
He's established himself that he can.
Oh, yeah.
NFC West, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. This is one of the closest.
That's a good division. That's a good division.
Yeah, very tight. I think the Cardinals will pull it out, but the Rams are still good, though.
The Rams are good. Yes, I would agree. Yeah.
Video game team. Okay, NFC North, Packers, Bears, Vikings, and Lions. Packers look like they might top this off. Last dance.
The Packers they're first, but is this a really good Packers team we're seeing? That's the question.
That's the question. They got to play more of an elite team.
They don't. They're like yeah.
And then, of course, for like the second place, it's gonna be between the Bears and the Vikings. It should be the Vikings, but find out. And then the South, Bucks, Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. We know it's the Bucks.
Yeah. Who is second place, you said?
Right now it's the Panthers.
You don't think Carolina has it in them?
Carolina can't win this division. They, like at best second place. But they lost 2 in a row already.
I mean, what are the Bucks' record?
4-1.
Of course they are.
Panthers are 3-2. Saints are 3-2. Falcons are 2-3. Falcons are hanging in there.
No, they're not good, Santiago. They're no good.
Anyways, tonight, Colts at Ravens. It should be great Monday Night Football. I'll definitely be tuning in, at least for the first half. At least.
Santiago, you're going to stay up that late?
I'm going to stay up just for the first half, and then I go to bed. Unless the game goes really good, but my body can only do so much.
So my question, did you watch the Bills game last night?
I did not.
What?
I was watching USA Panama, and then I went straight to bed afterwards.
That was what? That was like the game of like people have been talking about for weeks.
I know.
And you didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Did you watch
anyways,
yet?
Chandler, what is the best way for people to reach you? To reach you?
Let's see. I don't know. People can just like reach out to me through you. Mutual contacts. Perfect.
Hey, you can reach us at thesportscast.net on our website or on our Twitter, the Sportscast1. Looking forward to tonight. Really excited about this week.
What about some baseball?
Baseball, who you got?
And the World Series? Oh, I'm a Dodgers fan.
It's still first round, but things are gonna escalate soon.
Have you been watching any of it?
I watched last week the wild card games. That's all I watched.
That was good, right?
They were good.
It was good.
Do you like the wild card games being 1 game or 3?
I like 1 game. I like single elimination.
Me too. It's good for
What about the Thursday night game this week? Buccaneers and Eagles.
Well, when's that game?
It's Thursday night.
Thursday night football. Oh wow, that's gonna be that should be a blowout by the Bucks. I think.
Yeah,
I
don't think it's gonna be a good game. But let's see next week. Are there any good games next week?
Let's look at
Browns and Cardinals.
Let's look at the schedule. I'm gonna look at the schedule right now.
Monday night football next week. Santiago is the Bills versus the Titans.
That's a good game. You just told, that's next Monday night. Raiders and Broncos. That should be a good game.
What about next Sunday night? Seahawks and Steelers.
Steelers. It should be a good game. Cowboys and Patriots. That's a good game.
Rams,
Packers and Bears. Wow, that's a pretty solid schedule. Cardinals and Browns. Another great game.
Your Dolphins and Jaguars. They can get away.
Oh boy, we should win that one. You would think. Anyways, Chandler, we got to go. Thanks for coming on to the Sportscast.